Today we're early, or I'm early. My camera is like all smudged. Clean that up. Is it better? It's like a weird glare in here. It might be the lighting, because there's a lot of light in this house. So sometimes it's acting weird. Like when I film videos in here especially, my camera catches too much light, and then sometimes it turns into this white blur. And then for some TVs, when people watch, for example, when my sister watches my YouTube videos on her TV, there's like a, I don't know, it's like everything is just white. It's just like a light. It looks super weird. So she can never watch my videos on her TV because it just looks too weird. But on the phone, it's usually okay. So I don't know what it is. It's like HDR. Forgot what it is, like plus or something. Super weird. Hey, Danny. How you doing? Are you doing okay? Trying to set my phone up properly. Oh, my ear is freaking me out today. What is this? It's like Hagrid. Oh well, worst things out there. It is Friday, so I'm excited. It looks like a sword. On guard. It is the straw of my mug. So, lunchtime stream. I guess, yeah, I usually don't come on here early, sometimes, but very rarely. But I was supposed to go to lunch with the hubby, but he's still working. So, yeah, I was like, why not talk to my friends over here? You got a few minutes? Okay, that's fine. Enjoy your lunchtime, Shuriken brother, and thank you for the joke earlier that made me laugh. Doing good, hobby and fam. Also doing good. Thank you, Danny. I'm doing good, yes. It cooled down a little bit today, so I'm happy about that. And it's Friday, so all the reasons to be happy. Hello, Locke. Hello. How are you doing? Bravo for the smooth geometry response. You're welcome. I thought you might like that. We are the dad joke gang over here. I don't know. I've always been one of those lame people making dad jokes, so it's just been my thing. My husband rolls his eyes all the time at my stupid jokes. I guess I'm the dad in the family at one point. Taking my dad duties seriously. I finally got a chance to watch your stream. Yeah, you're right. I think it was you that commented that they're excited for my stream, and then you weren't there. So there's that. I'm kidding. I'm glad you made it. Are you called York or log? Like log, like a tree, like wood. Dad jokes are where it's at, yet another affinity that I inherited from my grandpa. Oh yeah, I think you told me that. I love dad jokes. They're just so dumb, but actually pretty smart at the same time, because you gotta think around the corner, right? Or in the square. Nash, hi Nash, how are you doing? Hey Sam, hello, hello. I'm glad the fam gathered. House tour. I don't know if you want this right now. A house tour in the current condition of my house. I don't think you're ready for that. Maybe one day when I'm prepared for it. Even though I'm trying to keep everything as real as possible here. Guess I just contradicted myself, haven't I? Trying to keep that image of being put together. You know, I don't know if you ever had that image of me, probably not, but maybe in my imagination. Log as in logging into a Google. Oh, okay, please don't do that with mine, but okay. Log, okay, I got you. Hi, Django. I'm doing good today. How about yourself, Nash? And your dog is over there. I'll show you. Oh, Ash, do you have your little banana? Do you like your little banana? Yeah? Uncle Nash is here. Yeah? He want to see you. Will you say hi? Will you sniff? Okay, Oscar, give you a sniff. All of you. Do you want to play with your banana? Or do you want your sheepy? Let me see, where's your sheepy? Here. Oi, oi, oi. Oh no, oh no. It's still alive, Oscar. You gotta do something about that. Thank you, Julio. Ciao to you. Mr. O, yes. Hey, Ma. There says hi, buddy. Yeah. You over your toy already? Oscar's so weird with his toys. Or not weird, but he just gets over them super fast. So, oh, from Italy, nice. I was already wondering. Giulio just sounded Italy, so ciao, buonasera to you, Giulio. Well. If that isn't the whiskey biscuit, the one and only whiskey biscuit. I was trying to make something. Oh yeah, tea. Y'all distracted me. I'm making a goji berry tea today. Liberty. How old is my dog? I don't know. Probably, I talked about it with a friend yesterday. I found the dog on the street, so it's hard to say his exact age. But the vet, when I found him, said he must be older already. So I assume he's around like 11 to 13 years old, something like that. That's my assumption. He still has a lot of energy, but he's definitely getting there, where you can tell he's definitely getting older. But he just recently made me feel like he's getting older, so he had a lot of energy in him. I feel like his pre-owners were just really neglecting him and not treating him right or feeding him right. So I think he just aged really fast with his pre-owners. He has 6 minutes or 7 minutes now. Thank you, dog. What are you up to, Whisker Biscuit? Hi, Oni. I'm doing good. How about yourself? I'm making myself some goji berry tea. Lamb chop is the favorite plaything. He likes lamb chop, yes. I just got him a lamb chop this year for the first time. I'm drinking some holly tea. Oh, hold on. I got holly tea with Moroccan mint in here. So it's like mixed. And mint goes very well with the goji berry. So I like that. Oh, I'm silly. Hold on. I need to put this in here because the loose leaf is gonna get into my straw and will not be very pleasant. I don't think I should ingest that much holly tea. Or just the infusion and not the whole leaf. I always thought holly was poisonous before I came to America because it doesn't look very edible, if that makes sense. So, and I have to look into that if you could actually just eat the leaves or if you have to steep them with boiling water. It's something you need to look into. So yeah, thank you, Sam. I appreciate that. Sam is I was about to say new mod, but it's not new anymore. You've been here for a while now, Sam, or a moderator for a while now, so he's under Shuriken Sun's what's it called? Shuriken's disciple. Do you say disciple as like a teacher and student thing? Hi Saga, you got a new picture. How are you doing? I just made some goji berry and Japan mint tea. So like and subscribe. Yeah, you better. You better. Just had lunch. What did you eat, Whisker? working. Nice. A little mousey that looked like a white lamb that we call lamb chop was lady's favorite for the last year or so. Oh, that's cute. Little mousey. Sweet. Oh, lady, we miss you. What you making? I'm just making tea. You don't add sugar with the tea? Nah. I eat too much sugar in my diet already. So I'm trying to drink my teas plain. I don't really like sugar in tea. The only time I drink or I like a little sweetness in my tea is when I drink Earl Grey tea with milk, and then I like to add a little bit of maple syrup into it. And then you guys know boba tea, like the tea with the pearls, like those tapioca pearls with the brown sugar. So if you brew black tea with milk, or if you add milk to black tea and then just add some maple syrup, that will taste exactly like that kind of tea, just with that kind of like caramelly flavor. That's a wonderful and fascinating. Sister, I enjoyed watching you make it. Thank you. Sure I can. Well, I could have made that a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, or you know, with a little bit more routine, not routine, but like a, I don't know. Could have used some spoons and stuff, but I don't have nice hand-carved spoons like you. So everyone that's a tea lover, please go to, something got deleted, I guess. Please go to Shuriken's page or channel page. Gosh, such a boomer internally. And check him out. He has some really great teas and all the knowledge about it and about shurikens. But Shuriken can explain that better to you, or you will see it on his channel. But yeah, please support. I just made a custard pudding with all kind of fruits mixed and a load of sugar. Yum. Custard pudding. Oh, that sounds delicious, by the way. I love pudding. Pudding, slightly obsessed. Sometimes as a kid, I would just buy myself. So in Germany, we don't do those, here in America, you use those Jello packages, those square packages where you just blend it and with cold milk and then it's done usually. But in Germany, we buy pudding. It's called pudding powder, and then you just you have to boil the milk and heat it up and then cook it on a stove, and kind of like a custard, I guess. And I just love that. So sometimes I would just buy myself the pudding powder packages and make that after university or after school. And just eat that warm, but eating it warm is not a good idea. It gives you like some bad stomach upset, but it was always worth it. Kombucha, yes, hold on. If that isn't a big bottle of kombucha, then I don't know what is. It's bigger than my head and my brain, unfortunately. So, anyone who doesn't know kombucha is fermented black or green tea, which has some sugar, but the bacteria of the kombucha usually eat up the sugar if you store it long enough, so it will not be very sweet. It tastes very vinegary, and you can hear, if you don't open it for a couple days, you can hear the sizzle, so you have to let the air out sometimes because the bacteria are making all those gases, so you have to open it up once in a while so it doesn't explode, basically. So if you would have this in your kitchen counter, if you would just leave it in the warm temperatures and not open it, this bottle would probably explode at one point. So you gotta be careful with kombucha. I have to run. Have a great Friday. You too have a great Friday, Shuriken. Thank you for hanging out with us and saying hi. Always appreciate that. Always good seeing you. Oh, it's midnight. Thank you, Sam, for hanging out with us, even though it's so late. I'm sorry, our streaming times or my streaming times are not lining up with your normal schedules, either when you're in school or sleeping. So maybe one day we'll find a better time where you can hang out a little bit longer with us. Good night, Sam. Sweet dreams, one on. And happy weekend to you. Oscar, he is sleeping behind me. He should be behind me there somewhere. Yeah, he's sleeping there with his little lamb chop. I don't do all that with kombucha. I just open it and gulp it down after a bowl of ramen and tempura, and I burp after that. That's cool that you drink kombucha too. I don't know many people that like it. It's actually a very acquired taste, I think. The first time I did not like it, but after a while I got really obsessed with it. So it's like like a soda for me. I don't drink soda. Good night, Sam. Thank you. That was honey, yes. You're right. I just thought with the goji berry I added a little bit of honey and see how that tastes like. I'm trying not to use, honey is sugar too, so, but it's called differently, so. Hi, Motivate. Hi, Dupont. I'm trying to close that stupid glass. Walmart. Ooh, Oh, yum. That's good. Delish. I wish I could share with y'all. My goji berries, throw them in hot water, add some green tea or some mint leaves. Those are going very well with goji berries. Honey goes very well. And you can, for some more sweetness, you can use jujube, like Chinese rosehip kind of thing. It's like a mini apple. They're really good. And yes, I'm back from Germany for at least 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I think, approximately. Must be 3 weeks. I got like a mosquito bite in my neck, so if I keep itching my neck, it's just like this annoying mosquito bite that I scratched open. I ate Korean ramen today. It was delicious. Nice, yum. I haven't ate anything today, so now I'm hungry. Thank you for that. I'm kidding. I'm in the kitchen. I could make something, and I'm about to. So I'm trying to go on a picnic later. So I will probably just do a little bit of picnic preparations, and I'll try to keep it healthy. So we're using an apple, and I hate apples usually. Like, I know an apple a day keeps the doctor away, blah blah blah. But I much rather eat strawberries or something that's actually yummy. And if I eat fruit, I'm not a huge apple fan, to be honest. I found out that I like green apples better than red apples. So I haven't had a green apple in a very long time. So yesterday was my first time I had a green apple in like years. And I really enjoyed that. So maybe I just have to try different apples, like sorts. Here at India, we just brew the tea with milk and sugar. Sometimes they add smash. I love that. I love chai. Yes. Whenever I go to eat Indian food, I always order chai. And I learned to not say chai tea. So y'all, you learn something new eventually today. If you order chai, don't say I want to have a chai tea. Just say I want to have chai, because chai also means tea. So if you say chai tea, it just means like I want to have tea, which wouldn't make sense, right? So, but correct me if I'm wrong, Log and everyone that knows about it. But that's just what I learned with that. Dipon, where are you from? What country? Are you in America, or have you tried getting food suggestions according to Mooch from AI? I think I used it once. I try to remember what it was. It was when ChatGTP, what a word, was pretty new. And I just tried to check it out and see what it can do, So I tried to use it for learning Chinese, or not learning, but practicing Chinese. So you can have him as like a language partner. Basically, you're just acting like, you can just tell him like, hey, I want to act like you're like a Chinese friend and I want to chat with you. So you're just like learning, like using this person to respond to you, or person. Then I have those things in my fridge. What recipes would you recommend? It wasn't great, but it worked. Thank you, Proxy. How are you doing? Hope you have a good Friday. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate that. It's good to see you. You just missed Brother Shuriken. Iran, nice. How are things in Iran? Everything okay over there? Where you at? It's very generous of you. But yeah, Indian food, just because I talked about Indian food, just definitely one of my favorites. So whenever I'm going out with my friend group and I'm the one to choose, you know, sometimes you take turns with choosing. I'm always picking Indian food, so my friends already know. Whenever it's my turn, they're like, Indian, am I right? I'm like, yes, sir, Indian it is. And well, but sad to have missed Shuriken. You all have a great day. Hopefully next time, Proxy. It's just a weird time for me to stream, so I guess most people are busy during this time of the day, either at lunch break or back to work, and yeah, not many Americans here right now, which I get. I'm just lucky that I don't work Friday. I'm just one of the lucky ones, I guess. The lucky ones now making money. Talking about money, I read a sentence yesterday. It was by this Chinese professor from Tsinghua University that I follow. He has a channel about predictive history or predictive future and predictive future scenarios and history. So predictive history, right? But he said something that really resonated with me. But then again, I was like, well, it's kind of like a very privileged thing to say. So it said, it goes along the way, poverty is trying to tell you that money is valuable, or poverty is a way to show you that money is valuable. And then I was like, yeah, that's actually really smart. But then again, yeah, of course money is valuable, and these times it shouldn't be as valuable as it is, but I guess this is times we live in, and this is how the world works, so it's kind of privileged to say that it is not valuable, I guess. Hey chicken! Did you eat any chicken or biscuits today? Germanese, I like that. Hi Americanese. Hi Will. Bewundernswert. Nice. That is a long word. Talking about, also what is bewundernswert? Thank you though. I take it. Yesterday I went onto my computer and I had to format one of my new little USB sticks for filming, right? Sometimes I need to use external stuff to film because the internal storage is just not enough of my things. Anyways, boring, I know. So I put that into my computer and had to format it into exFAT for anyone that is interested in that kind of stuff. So if you use an Apple product, you gotta format it to exFAT, so you're able to record in pro resolution, blah blah blah, and that's what I did. So, but I didn't know how to do it because I haven't done it in a while, so I forgot. So I had to Google it, and then it said open the Festplattendienstprogramm, and I typed in Festplattendienstprogramm into my computer because my computer is in German. So that word, and since I'm in America for so long now, seeing those obnoxiously long German words just makes me laugh at this point. So before that, I would never even think about it twice. But the word was literally like this long. I was like this long. I was like, what the Festplattendienstprogramm, everything like written together. And it just made me laugh out loud. So my husband heard me. He's like, what are you laughing at? I was like, just my own language. It is not even a really long word. There's way longer words. Maybe I have to do a live stream about that one day where I just show you. Greeting, with that, something is different about your energy. I just added some honey to my tea. Maybe that's why. And it's not crazy honey, it's normal honey as far as I'm concerned. If you make a video called German girl making biryani for the first time, that's you to get Indian views. I should do that. I love biryani. Biryani. Did I say that right? I still don't know how to pronounce that, but I'd have to look that up before I make a video like that. But that would be cool. But I would have to get one of those clay pots, right? Otherwise it's not original or the real thing. Hi, Emina. Oscar, come. Come. You want to say hi? He's just click-clacking around the house. Do you all, if anyone has dogs, do you know that feeling when you just want to have some peace and quiet and then just see it like around the house and you're just like, what do you want? What do you want from me? It's always like that, all day long, click-clacking around the house. But yeah, I'm gonna pack my apples now. Hi to Malaysia, Vince. Hi, Rakil. Oh, I gotta pick up the dog. He's trying to jump on the chair. I'll be back. Sharky. Oh, do you want to sit up on the chair? Yeah, here you go. You're a good boy. You want some blanket too? You can have your blanket. There you go. Don't fall off the chair, okay? I don't have a dog, but I feel the same with my cats. Yeah, my cats are doing that too at nighttime. You can hear their little, even though it's just paws and not claws, you can still hear them tapping around. So I'm glad you understand, Amina. How are you doing, by the way? How's life going for you, Amina? Oh, there's my tea. I was looking for it. You can do it in an electric cooker and a big steel pot. Stainless pressure cookers. Okay. I have a rice cooker over there, so maybe I can do it in that, you think? Maybe? I don't know. I would have to look into that. But yeah, thank you for the idea log. That's really good. Especially since I always say that I like Indian food, I should probably cook it more often. I like to make paneer, masala paneer myself, or butter chicken for other people. I personally don't really like to eat meat, so but for other people I like to make butter chicken, but I know it's not the real deal sometimes. I think the original one is when you add cashew nuts and then you blend them and make like a paste out of it. So, and you have to use all the fancy spices. And I did do that before, but sometimes I just use like a pre-made spice mix and stuff. So, taking a shortcut. Hi, Aramal. Yes, sir, I am indeed. I am indeed married. I'm a married woman. Isn't that crazy? I never thought I would marry. So here I am, married. Life is unpredictable sometimes. This honey is really good in my tea. I don't know if you have to be sorry to give someone a compliment. Deepon, I appreciate that. That's funny though that you said, or cute that you said sorry. Thank you. Y'all are glorious too. Ah, Fräulein. Nein, nein, nein. Nicht in der Küche. Schatz. Nein. Schatz. Ich muss Essen vorbereiten. Nee, Schatzi. Du kannst hier oben sein, wenn ich Hundefutter koche, okay? Aber nicht so. Nein, Schatzi. Komm. Welcome to my house panther. This is Rusty the house panther. He's a very big cat. He doesn't even fit on the phone properly. I can do a workout with him. That's how heavy he is. Are you not comfortable? He's purring now. Yes, I'll just stand like this for the next 10 minutes. You're so silly. Oh. He's such a crybaby. He loves meowing. Amina, do your cats meow like that too? My cat is like constantly meowing. And it is really cute, but at 3 a.m. it's a little less cute, let me tell you that. When he does his weird meow, sometimes he's like, meow. I'm not kidding, like this long. And like if that's at 4 a.m., I'm like, seriously? I don't know what it is, but he likes this meowing. Sehr große Katze. Yes, indeed. You said that right. He indeed is that. But yeah, he is definitely a cutie. He's a cuddle bug. For some reason, he thinks he's really small. So I think in his mind, he's still a baby or something. So he likes to sit on my chest or on my belly when I'm sleeping. But he's so heavy that it's really hard to breathe sometimes. So I started sleeping on my belly, so he can't sit on my body anymore when I'm sleeping, or it's like easier for me to breathe. He just loves cuddling, and I love that too. But he's just too heavy to be like a lap cat like that. But in winter it's really nice because he's like a heated blanket. My cats are meowing so much, like they want to talk with me. Cute. It's so cute, but can get so annoying. Oh, thank you so much, Amina, for understanding. I always feel bad for being annoyed when my cat is meowing at me because, like you said, they probably just want to talk or communicate. So I try not to get upset about it, and I'm not actually upset, but it can be annoying. So I mean, it's the same with, right, if people always like talk to you, or if you never have quiet time, or if you have kids, I guess they can be annoying too, even though you love them. So I guess it's the same with cats. So yeah, there's definitely moments where I'm like, yeah, Rusty, I heard you. Let's move on. But yeah. It's cute for the most part. But yeah, thank you for understanding, Amina. I'm glad I'm not the only one that thinks it can be annoying. So now I'm feeling better. I was always wondering, I was like, am I the only person that's annoyed at my cats meowing at me? Because I'm a little bit sensitive to sounds. So when there's a lot of sounds going on, like if there's like TV playing, music, or something outside, and then my cat's on top of that, that gives me a little bit of like a overload, like a sensational overload. Like, yeah, I can't handle a lot of sounds sometimes. Same, but I hate it when they clean themselves. The noise is so disgusting, but I always feel bad because it's like normal for them. Oh, really? That's funny. I actually think it is a very cute sound when they clean themselves. It's just very kind of like cat ASMR. It just relaxes me because I know they're just, chilling, doing their thing. At least they're not running around, meowing, being crazy. So when they're like cleaning themselves, I always feel kind of relaxed. So it's funny how different people are, right? Like how different sounds annoy people more than others. So yeah, the tapping around, walking around, this is the one that drives me insane. But the licking or cleaning is like, actually, I don't mind that for some reason. Hi, that's a very nice way to ask someone for something. Hello, give me your Instagram, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Yeah, but I'm not using Instagram, so not at the moment. Everything that's happening is happening over here on YouTube. Kind of gave up on the idea of social media, even though YouTube is also social media, but I'm trying, to make this like a thing, like the YouTube eventually, while still working my normal job, because I really enjoy YouTube a lot, but I don't enjoy Instagram or anything like that anymore. It's just, I feel like it's just people, like anyone that uses it, totally fine. Like I'm not trying to talk anyone. Like if you enjoy Instagram, that is really cool. I'm just at the point where I don't enjoy it anymore. At least not at the moment. Maybe sometime in the future again. So, but for now, just taking a little bit of a break for, I think almost a year now at this point. And I don't miss it, I have to say. My cat's mom abandoned him after giving birth. He was an introvert cat. He don't really socialize. Oh, stay-home cat. Never learned how to meow properly. Oh, that's sweet. Poor little thing. Yeah, mine got abandoned from their moms too, but they grew up in a cat shelter, so they definitely learned how to meow. I think Rusty picked up all the kind of weird meows that he had in the animal shelter, and then he just mixed them together into his own thing. Yeah, well, I'm glad your cat is safe with you now, Locke, and he has a good cat parent with you. Hi, Phoebe. I feel like I'm on TikTok when people say those things like, say this, can you greet me? Can you give me a shout out? Can you do this? What's that called? Like when people send you those like emoji things, like those like roses and stuff, and then people are like, thank you for the rose, thank you for this and this, and I'm like, is that really happening? Is that really a thing? And people make a lot of money from that, I heard. Oh yeah, crazy times, isn't it? Okay, next step, so we got our apple slices. For some reason I don't like apples. I only like them when I slice them up into little pieces and then eat them when I'm hiking or picnicking. For some reason it tastes different to me than just eating like a plain apple. I gave up on Insta 3 weeks ago. It's just kind of making my brain fuzzy. Also, it's kind of toxic there. Yeah, for sure. That's cool that you are taking a break too or giving up on it. But like I said, everyone to each their own, right? Some people really enjoy it and they have probably more discipline than myself. If you're not, doom scrolling, if you're like doing it for like an hour or so and then you're good. But there was times where I could just scroll for like 2 hours and I wouldn't even know that time has passed. So yeah, it was such a time waster for me personally. And usually the things that I saw was just people posting their faces or their salad during lunch, or I don't know, being on vacation all the time. I'm like, why am I not on vacation? I'm working. I couldn't even think about vacation right now. So it's just this constant comparing, even though you're not trying to, but just always like a unconscious kind of comparing to people and seeing them all happy. And I mean, I want everyone to be happy, don't get me wrong, but sometimes when you're just like in a stressful phase or a lot of bad things happening in your life, and then you see like all the people going on vacation and partying and stuff, I think that can be really toxic. And been looking a lot into that whole stuff. People feeling sad and like overwhelmed by social media, just because, you know, back then you didn't really didn't even see what people were doing, so you couldn't compare yourself to them, and you wouldn't think that your life was worse than theirs, or you know, you wouldn't feel sad about that because you would just do your thing. And yeah, it wasn't, you didn't see what everyone was doing every second of their life, and now you do. And I don't know if that's good. It's just too much information that you don't need, probably. What are those large yellow cubes? Cheese, yes. Butter, yeah, just butter cubes. Germans probably would eat pieces like of butter like this, so you are not even wrong with that. But this is cheese, so don't worry. Yes, Insta is so fake. Everyone uses filters and stuff like that. Exactly. Yes, that comes on top of everything. Like just already comparing yourself to what people are doing, and then you see those filters, and then you see someone that's like 40 and they still look like 28, right? Because they're probably using some filters, and then you're like, yeah, obviously subconsciously comparing yourself. And everyone has this new beauty standard because of those filters and things that people are using on social media or Photoshop and all that. So everyone thinks they need to look like this or they don't look normal, you know, and people have a wrong picture of what's normal. It's just not good. I'm not trying to, you know, partake in that at the moment. And the saddest part is there are filters that can make you look thinner. Yes, I know. They are very popular in Asian countries. Those filters that make you thinner, like they will literally like make your waist look like a wasp, you know, like a wasp waist where you're like super skinny in the middle, and yeah, they just distort the whole reality. So yeah, this is why I like live streaming a lot, just because you can't take back what you said. You can't change anything about appearance, or you can just upload the angles that are flattering, right? Like sometimes you'll have some unflattering angles or perspectives or bad lighting or something, and you gotta learn how to be okay with that. So it's kind of like self-acceptance therapy to some degree, and learning how to be more spontaneous and just get over yourself sometimes, because there's definitely moments before I'm live streaming when I'm like looking in the mirror, I'm like, should I live stream today? I don't really feel like I should, just because I'm not happy with my hair, or I feel like, because I've gained a lot of pounds actually, like not just a few, in Germany. And I was like, should I just wait until I dropped a few pounds and then start again? And I was like, no, you know, that'd be so fake, and let's just face it. And yeah, the Instagram, not a good place to be sometimes, I think. Schatzi, you wanna eat cheese? No, Rusty. Are your cats as naughty as mine? Like, I'm serious, like he likes being on here. No, Rusty, get off, come on. No, I'm trying to make food now. I'm making human food now. You don't need to be acting when I'm cooking. You're being very rude. Or sometimes it's not just myself when I'm like, I don't even feel like streaming today, just because, you know, I don't feel like I look good enough today. And sometimes it's also the house where I'm like, I haven't cleaned up everything, so maybe I shouldn't. But then I'm like, everyone has like a mess sometimes, you know, and people would probably rather see like a real house and not just like this like everything is super clean and neat and cute. You know, because that all leads to people not feeling good about themselves. If I always would present like a house that's like perfectly clean and cutely decorated, and I don't like decorating, by the way, and all that, you know, that would all lead to people feeling worse about themselves. So I'm like trying to not clean extra just for a live stream or for a video. So I try to keep it. Of course, I'm not gonna have my socks laying around, stuff like that, you know. Of course, I'll clean up a little bit sometimes, but keeping it as realistic as possible while not exposing too much. Hi Roy, hola, how you doing? Oh yes, the K-pop diets are crazy. The stage performers or the K-pop idols, they go through some crazy diets to look as lean as possible. Oh yeah, it is. They go through a lot for sure. I mean, it's the whole job to look good. What a stressful thing to do, imagine. No, you're perfect and your honey's so beautiful. Aw, thank you, Amina. I appreciate that. You were too. I know I don't see you, but you have a beautiful personality, and you know, and I'm sure you're beautiful in and out. I'm making little skewers, and I wish you a happy Friday, Roy, and everyone else, of course. Hope your Friday is going well and you're having some chill time today, or some time with friends or family or your animals, or just by yourself. You don't need to have someone to have a good time, right? Sometimes just being by yourself is nice. Sometimes that's all I need. So sometimes I love not having any plans for the weekend. Those are, as sad as it sounds to some, usually my favorite weekends. But I always enjoy hanging out with people once I'm there, but sometimes, you know, it's just nice to not have any plans and not do anything. But then again, whenever I'm with my friends, I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I went, and I'm glad I'm here. But I also enjoy my alone time. I hope you and your husband and animals are well. Blessings to all. Thank you so much, Roy. Blessings to you too. I hope the same for you and your family and your animals. I hope Chico is doing well too. How's the weather in Texas, if you're still here? Is it very hot down there? It's finally weekend. Yes, it sure is. I'm so excited. Also, Locke, did you how's the work? How's are you still working now there? You said for a month, right? And then you have to go back in a few weeks, I guess. Weekend, whole lot of sleeping and eating a lot of delicious food. Yes, I love that too. Sleeping, not so much. Like, don't get me wrong, sleeping is great. I'm just too German. Like, it is in, I don't know, I don't want to say that, it sounds weird. But I always feel like Germans have this tendency that we think that sleep is like a waste of time, and that we always need to be productive and do something. Like, we're always like on the go. And I know there's those memes about people like casually walking or taking a stroll, and we're always like walking like this, always like speed walking or going for a run or something, or climbing like a mountain, or when we're at the beach, we're like, hey, why are you not in the water? Let's swim like 20 kilometers to have some relaxation time. And you know, we just go into the water and we're like, fresh, you know, just we always feel like we need to do something. And I'm not trying to generalize, it's just I'm talking about myself, my family, or people I know. They all kind of like that. It's hard to really relax. Yeah, sometimes as a German, I think. But maybe I'm just being weird, and it's just me. Chico's very well. Texas is finally getting a bit cooler. Mid-90s. Wow. Cooler mid-90s. It's mid-90s here in Tennessee too, Roy. But I wouldn't consider it as cooler. Can't wait for 70 and 80s. Oh yes, that would be amazing. I can't wait either. 80s would already be a relief, honestly. 70s would be paradise. But yeah, 90s. And it's crazy. I'll never move to Texas, Roy. I couldn't survive the heat. When you say that it's finally in the cooler mid-90s. Y'all are going through some serious heat over there. Isn't it true that you can fry an egg on the pavement or on the side of the road or on your car in Texas because the sun is just beaming down? My next time trip is on the 4th of next month. Okay, well, you still got a couple weeks until then. And I'll make sure to live stream log so you get some to watch. I'm sure you have other stuff to watch too. But 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 14, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 14 grapes. 15 now. That's a lot. No cheese. You probably shouldn't eat all that cheese. Oh well, I'm gonna share with the hubby. Cheese train. Choo choo. My cat just looked at me like, seriously? Finally, I hear one of the cat. I'm so used to hearing you animals walking on your floor. That's so funny that you all know that sound already. Because I'm dealing with that all day long. I just talked to Amina about that. How my animals are always walking around and they're always behind me, meowing and wanting something. But yeah, Russ is just looking at the cheese train right now. You don't really care for cheese, do you? It's 80% humidity and 20 degrees here. 20 degrees, wow, that's nice. That's some good temperatures. 20 is probably, 22 or 23 is probably my favorite temperature of all times. It's just, you know, not cold. You can wear a t-shirt and you're fine. And then a little bit of a breeze. Nice. We wouldn't waste an egg on the pavement. Eggs go into Texas tacos. Makes sense. So those videos I saw are probably fake because a real Texan wouldn't do something like that to an egg, which I like because you shouldn't waste any food, especially animal product, because, you know, there was a life involved in that. So I appreciate you saying that, Roy. Hi, Martin. Hope you are doing well. Thank you. I hope you're doing well too. I'm gonna pack up my little cheesy things real quick. Box here. Glad to see you here. Hope you're doing. I hope so too. Yes, I made grapes with cheese. I'm just trying to have a little bit of a picnic later with the husband, and I know Oscar's gonna complain because he hates sitting down. I feel like Oscar is a real German here. Because Oscar, Martin, can you resonate with that? I just said that because we talked about what to do on weekends and sleeping and relaxing and stuff. And I said that Germans have a really hard time, from what I know or think, relaxing, because we always feel like sleeping or not doing anything is not productive or like a waste of time, which is super stupid because resting is so important. And you can only really function if you're well rested. Or have enough energy for anything. So yeah, is it the same for you in Austria, would you say? And can you relate to that? Is that like since we are, I guess, kind of similar, not the same, and not saying Germans and Austrians are the same, certainly not, but pretty similar, I would say, compared to other places in the world. Hi Deepak. Log in. I'm doing good, Deepak. How about yourself? I'm glad to see so many familiar faces here, and we also had some new people over here, which is neat. So I got my cheese, my apples, Now on to what's next, Rusty? Strawberries. I want to prepare some strawberries too. I love cheese and fruit. Me too. It's so good. I love cheese. I think almost everyone loves cheese, right? I'm always jealous of the people that don't love cheese because cheese is probably not the healthiest thing to eat. But yeah, with grapes, it's just really good. I wake up at 6 a.m. and sleep at 2 a.m. My sleep schedule is kind of nuh-uh. You wake up at 6 a.m. and then you sleep at 2. Yeah, that is not a lot of sleep, but I think we talked about that in like a week ago or so with some people here, that some people just, I feel like some people need less than 7 hours of sleep. Some people are okay running on 4 to 5 hours. And there's also been studies made about that. So there's different kinds of sleep patterns for people. Some people actually prefer breaking their sleeping frame into two and do like a biphasic sleep and just stay up in between. So they go to sleep for 3 hours, get up for 2 hours, work a little bit, and then they go back to sleep for a couple hours. So some people prefer that. So there's all kinds of people out there. And it's also genetically determined a little bit what if you're a night owl or an early bird. So are you more predisposed to be something like one or the other? But you can probably also always change it, I guess, a little bit at least. Hi, Jack. Nice to meet you too. No cookies, no juice. Picnic without all these is just boring. Well, yes, we just have, I don't know. I'll make something else too. I try to cut out my sugar intake at the moment, and trust me, this is really not easy. Can you make something for me? Just make sure I'm vegetarian. I'm vegetarian too, Deepak. So welcome to the club. I'm happy to hear that. My cheese is Gouda and Kobe. Yeah, Kobe I never had before I came to America. That was the first time I ever came across Kobe cheese. And didn't even know what that was. And Martin, hier nennt man Emmentaler Käse Swiss cheese, by the way. Isn't that funny? That made me a little upset. Sometimes the simplification of the names of food here in America drive me a little nuts. When there's Italian bread or Italian loaf, French loaf, spaghetti sauce. Excuse me, what kind of spaghetti sauce? Swiss cheese, what kind of Swiss cheese? You know, those things, as a European, it's a little hard to get over it. And then I get when people are like, Europeans are so annoying, acting all bougie, and, you know, like, thinking they're like, culturally this and that, you know. But when it comes to like food names, when people say spaghetti with meat sauce, I'm like, oh, you mean like a spaghetti bolognese, or what kind of meat sauce? Then I can understand that they think it's annoying when Europeans talk like that, but we're just so used to having like the specific names of foods, you know, and just like trying to value each country's dishes and really like give them the name that they have and call it that, and not just simplify it and translate it into our own language. But then again, it is actually, it kind of makes sense, you know, because it's just easier that way. So I'm trying not to get too hung up about those things anymore. Amul cheese. I never had amul cheese. Why are you laughing? Is that something silly that I just said? Eating protein helps to not to be hungry. That is a good point, Jungsu. Hi, by the way. How is your Friday going, Jungsu? But yeah, that is true. If you eat a lot of protein, especially in the morning, it keeps you from getting hungry too early. So yeah, good point. For some reason, I'm like an alarm clock. I shut down at 2 a.m. and wake up at 6 a.m. I mean, if it works for you and if you're not being super tired throughout the day, I mean, maybe you're just one of the lucky people that don't need long sleep. I used to watch this guy. His name is Sadhguru. on YouTube. You probably know him. He's pretty famous, just like long white beard, and I have a book of his here. It's pretty okay, but he says that he only needs 4 hours of sleep. So maybe you're related to him or his family, and you're just one of those 4-hour sleep club people. Hi Cyber, how are you doing? Swiss cheese, yes. Isn't that funny? Maybe I need to make a video about that. I need to write that down. For other Europeans, to show them the different names that are being used for certain things that we know differently over the pond. Hi Ramsey, I am from Germany, but I live in the United States. My favorite, read that. Who said cheddar cheese here? Martin, here's this cheddar cheese. Yeah, cheddar cheese, really good. I kind of like it better than Gouda, or I like Tilsiter a lot. I hate Emmentaler cheese with a passion. So Swiss cheese for you Americans, I don't like it at all. Pepper jack is really good when it comes to American cheeses, in my opinion. But cheddar is always a good choice, yes. You like having sugar? I do like having sugar, but I know I shouldn't. I try to limit my sugar intake. Just added honey to this, so trying. Have a safe weekend too, Roy, and a happy weekend and a fun weekend and a relaxing weekend. All of the good stuff, please. Blessings to you too. Wonderful, beautiful aura. Thank you so much. Thank you, Roy. You do too. Even though you're just texting, you already have that aura just coming through the screen to us. Thank you. The name Schweizer Käse is used in Austria for all kinds of cheese with holes. It's a quote, löchrig. Wie Schweizer Käse. Ach, echt? You use that name too? Ah je. Da muss ich mal nach Österreich. Das geht doch so nicht. Da muss man doch die richtigen Namen für die Käse verwenden. Es gibt doch alle möglichen Käse. Tilsiter hat ja auch Löcher. Der ist ja auch kein Schweizer Käse. Der ist doch deutscher Käse. Naja, was will man machen? Nicht wahr? Manche Dinge muss man einfach so nehmen, wie sie sind. Sonst kriegt man noch graue Haare. Und eigentlich kann es mir auch scheißegal sein, was Menschen für Käsenamen verwenden. Aber aus welchen Gründen auch immer rege ich mich manchmal drüber auf. Rice and chicken soup. I can relate. It is protein is satisfying for the body. It's just like it's making it feel good and nourished, just because it's so important, I guess, to function. But so is fat. I think the only thing that you technically don't need necessarily is carbs, because the body can always break down sugars and the ketosis, but I don't know if that's good long term. There's different opinions about that. But yeah, I see that, Log. The same with soups. Like if you give me a soup or a stew, I got some walnut and raisin bread, by the way, from the German bakery. Soups and stews are my favorite. I could eat that every day, so excited for fall season and making more soups and stews. Thank you, Roy. Hearts to you too. When it comes to sugar, I keep my sugar intake around 50 grams per day max. That's good. I don't know. I haven't tracked mine in a very long time. I used to track my stuff around 5 years ago, so longer than that, when I was going to the gym very meticulously and tried to gain weight, actually, because I always felt like I was a Strich in the Landschaft. I was always pretty skinny and slim as a kid, so tried to gain some muscles, but yeah, I gotta go back to my gym routine. I've been going for a few days now, or weeks, 2 weeks almost now. But I still wouldn't say it's like a habit. So I still have to get into that mindset, or I want to. But that's good, Martin, that you have such a discipline about it, or you're tracking it. Where did you graduate from? Just asking casually. Well, I'm graduated from Delhi University. So I graduated in Bavaria in Würzburg, and I went to Peking University, Beida in China, and that's cool. Delhi University. I've never been to Delhi, but it must be beautiful. And congratulations to you for graduating. That's pretty neat. If you don't mind us asking, or me asking, what did you graduate in? Like, what major did you have? And yes, I do like mountains. I grew up in the mountains. So I'm packing some bread here. Those are all compostable bags, so please don't be mad at me for using bags like this, but they're just made out of, I think, corn, and they will just break down when you go on the way. What? You're trying to get into the pantry? Anything in here? Oh, I can make wraps maybe. Should we make a wrap? I don't know what. Oh, I have goat cheese. Maybe I can make a goat cheese wrap. But yeah, back to your question. Sorry, my brain is just jumping from one place to the other. I do like mountains. I grew up close to the mountains, close to the Swiss Alps and Black Forest. So I love hiking, and yeah, mountains just make me happy. If I would have to pick mountains over the ocean, I would. So if I had to pick one or the other, I would probably, pretty sure, pick the mountains if I only could have one. How about yourself? Would you guys pick, so if you could never ever go to the ocean again, or never ever go to the mountains again, which one would you pick for the rest of your life? Would you go to the mountains or the ocean? PhD in mountain. That's funny. That'd be cool. PhD in mountains. It's all the mountains in the world. Every location, the exact location in the world, when you use like the, what's it called? Sometimes I'm just looking for words and I can't think of them in English. Understand that I struggle with overthinking too. That's really a problem in Austria too. Maybe because we have so many rules in our countries. That could be a big reason, yeah. I agree. We definitely have a lot of bureaucracy and rules in our countries, and we're definitely some rule followers, I would say. Economics and logistics, supply chain. Ooh, nice. That is definitely a job that is very much needed for a very long time. Very cool. I would pick hiking every time. Nice. Yeah, of course, you're Austrian, Martin. Not a prejudice, but when I think of Austrians, I see you guys hiking around all day. Right before work, after work. When you get up, you're already in your hiking boots. That's how I always imagine Austrians. Trust me, Indian mountains are beautiful, like Switzerland. I can imagine, yes. India has some really, really high mountains. So, yeah, it must be beautiful there. I've only flown over, when I fly to China, I would see the mountain ranges down there. When you are leaving Russia. And yeah, it looked beautiful from up in the plane, but I've never really been, unfortunately. There she is. Hi, Mako. I prefer boots over shoes. Of course you do, Martin. You don't have to tell us. You're Austrian. So far you're fitting all the stereotypes. Overthinking, I circle with over processing. I do like 3 or more things together and end up procrastinating. Yes, me too. And it's hard for me to find a spot where to start. I'm like, should I start with this or this? And then I'm overthinking what I should start with instead of just starting with anything and getting something done. I'm like making a list of what I should start first, and then this is turning into something. And hi Rob, by the way, I see that you're here. Und Marco, ich hoffe, dir geht's gut. Was machst du heute? Wie ist dein Freitag so? Yeah, my brain, like you just saw, jumping from one place to the other. It's over-processing, overthinking, all of the above. So there might be some self-diagnosed ADHD or something. Come here, I'll show you. Thank you, Deepak, I appreciate that. Hopefully one day. Yeah, I'm not very able to travel right now for many reasons. I'm also trying to get the YouTube back on track and get back into making videos and taking it more seriously, and yeah, so traveling is off the charts for now. Of the charts. Any whatever, I don't know if that's actually what people say. Sometimes I say phrases I'm like that I never said before. I'm like, is that right? And that never came across my lips before. So hi Rep, what up, what are you up to on this beautiful, hopefully Friday? Ours is pretty nice. It's getting a little cloudy now, but I'm not upset about that because the sun has been beaming down all week. So I forgot, can I be a friend? My friend? Of course. We're all friends over here. This is a friendly chat. Friends and family over here. So you can be whatever you want to be. Roxy's dad is in the hospital with a broken... Oh no. Femur bone. What's the femur bone again? It sounds familiar, but femur. Is that in the back? The femur bone? Hi, Shakil, to Bangladesh. I watched, Shakil, if you're still here, don't go. Do you know the Bangladesh cleanup organization? I don't know the exact name, but it's called BD Bangladesh or something. And I've been watching videos about that. It's like just this massive group of people, of Bangladeshi people, Bangladeshi, correct me, please. People that clean up the streets and rivers of Bangladesh. And it was so satisfying to watch that. I was like, where can I sign up? It was, Bangladesh is the most polluted country in the world. And just seeing them cleaning up those massive amounts of trash and how beautiful it looked afterwards. And they also planted trees and vegetation. I was just so happy. I was like, once one day YouTube hopefully pays me for advertisements they already put on my videos for no reason, I will hopefully be able to donate money to like organizations like that, so hopefully it will work out. Hopefully one day I can, because I never want to be I would never want to be rich. I would love to have enough to just support cool things like that. But yeah, I'm sorry to hear, Marco, that he's in the hospital. That is rough. Have a great weekend yourself, Martin. Thank you so much for being here with us. Enjoy. And I am schönes Wochenende. In Deutsch hält's besser. In Deutsch doppelt hält besser. Deutsch und Englisch. Yes, I'm making vlogs, Deepak, but I haven't uploaded in forever because I needed a new computer. And I got a new computer, but I had to set up everything first and, you know, all my programs, log into everything, blah, blah. So that took me a little bit of motivation and more time than motivation, to be honest, just because with work, you know, having like a job and everything and taking care of house and Oscar and everything was just getting too much. The femur is the longest and largest bone in the body. It runs from the hip to the knee. Oh, yeah, that is a rough one to break. That's crazy. But yeah, Deepak, there will be vlogs coming for sure. Hi Tony, how are you doing? Hi Rakas, hello, hello. Can you sing? That depends. I can, but does it sound good? I don't know. I think I sound okay. People tell me that I have a good voice, but I don't know. I'm very not very, but I'm an introvert, so I'm not a public singer at all. Hey Shuriken, 4 minutes. Oh, that's like the song, the Madonna song and Justin Timberlake. And then I don't even know how it starts. I just talked about a cleanup program in Bangladesh that I like to watch at the moment. Made myself some kombucha, and now I'm trying to make some whole wheat wraps for the hubby and I. Are you doing any job? Yes, I am working non-profit, so to say. I don't want to say exactly what I'm doing, you know, just like privacy stuff, but yeah, it's like non-profit, just planning activities, giving out food to people that need food, that can't afford groceries and need some extra help and all that good stuff. Corporate sector. Nice, that sounds stressful, but probably a good job, right? And I love Indian food, yes, Deepak. I 100% love Indian food. I talked about that earlier. I love masala paneer. Sounds tasty. Thank you. What are you up to today, Shuriken? Are you guys doing anything today? Are you busy? Are you relaxing? Just got back from a long e-bike ride, 33 degrees. Ugh, no thanks. Too hot. But good for you, Marco. I'm glad you did it. I'm sure you feel better. I got blueberry goat cheese. So I'm gonna use this and then add some grapes to that. And then some lettuce. You must eat Indian. Oh yeah, I read that. Hi there, Mr. Knife Master. My trash is full. I gotta empty my trash can, y'all. If the husband's watching, thank you for taking out the trash this morning. He didn't, he forgot. Bye, Shuriken. I need to make a post about that new knife after I get home. Turn again. You too. Take care, Shuriken. I'm looking out, or I'm excited for that post of yours. Make sure to check it out, everyone. I do have a dog. I have 2 cats and a dog, Deepak. One cat is sitting there. And dog. And the other cat is in the cat tree. I don't know if you can see it. And the dog is hiding under his blanket right now. You exchanged house keys? Who? You and Shuriken or you and Roxy? I assume Roxy. Unless you drove all the way down to Atlanta. Wait. How did you exchange house keys? Have you already met up or how's that all going or working? I'm curious. And I'm very excited to see the Roxy posts. And I read your message, Marco. Thank you, Roxy, that Marco is allowed to be here. I don't know what to say about that, but well, I'm glad. Can you call him? He's sleeping right now and he gets very grumpy. You know gremlins? So when you wake them up or when they get wet, I think, they get really nasty and upset. So I don't want to turn my dog into a gremlin right now. He gets upset when you wake him up from his beauty naps. All will be good. I assume so. I like dogs a lot. I like dogs too. I like cats and dogs. I like all animals except for spiders. Not saying I hate them. Of course, they have a reason to be here and they're important for the ecosystem and the environment. Keep the mosquitoes at bay. So they all have their reasons to be here. But I prefer not to encounter them. I am back. I'm watching the stream in PC. It was a bit painful to my eyes, so I switched back to phone. Oh, you're watching your PC? Nice. I think most people are usually watching on their phones. My YouTube's statistics, I can always see how many people watch on TV or computer, tablet. It's like all, you get all the data analysis. Of course, I can't see who is who, like any names or anything. It just says, oh, my wrap, by the way. So I got goat cheese, grapes, mustard, dill, and lettuce. Oh, tomato. I'm missing tomato. Hold on. Oh yeah, Deepak. Now I know that you are the 1% watching on their PC. I think there's TV is the second highest after phone, and then tablet was the third, I think, and then PC is like the lowest one, like where it's only like 1% of people watching on PC, I think. So I know it's all the people watching videos at work instead of working. I always want to adopt a platypus and a beaver. Kind of weird, but I like them because they are goofy. Cute. Platypus are cute. I watched a documentary about platypus like a month ago or so. No, that was before Germany, so a couple months ago. They are definitely very, very sweet and very interesting animals for sure. That's cute that you like them. And beavers. Beavers are cool. They used to be super expensive. Like the beaver fur was like a very expensive good back then. They made hats out of it and coats and all that. Hangul. I can't read Hangul anymore, Jungsu. I used to be able to. A friend of mine taught me how to read Hangul, but that's been a few years, so I already forgot. We got a wrap here. I'll make another one. If you allow me, may I ask? It depends on what it is. I mean, you're allowed to ask anything, but if you get the answer, that's the real question. I saw a live stream yesterday where a guy took a shot for every passed out after 84. That is disgusting. That is a lot. That is crazy. Is that impossible? I mean, I guess you saw it, but wow. I hope you didn't get any inspiration from that, Marco. That does not sound like a good idea, just saying it, just in case. Also, I'm slightly obsessed with this cream cheese here. Because I don't have goat cheese anymore, so I'm just gonna do cream cheese, grapes, and tomatoes. You can, mister, let the lady make her wraps. Right, deep log, you already know me too well. You know, I'm not good at multitasking. So it's probably the worst with streaming. It's just not ideal to not be able to multitask, because you definitely have to learn how to do that, because you gotta think and read and talk and respond while still remembering what you're doing here. Aww. Yes, Deepak, I do. I actually, yeah. But that's okay that you asked. I don't mind answering that question. But thank you for asking first if it's okay to ask me that question. Because most people just ask it. And they ask it in a very rude way sometimes. So thank you for being polite, Deepak. We appreciate that. All the polite people are welcome here. Make something spicy, salty, and sour for picnic. Spicy, salty, and sour. Alright. Are you coming to the picnic, log? Do you have to make a little bit more? You need some, what do you need for spicy? And what do you need? I do need for sour. Sour, I have. Do pickled cucumbers. There we go. Do they count as sour? Yes. Good sir. Yes. How can we help you? You're starving too? You're hungry? Yeah, you all gotta eat some too, instead of watching me make food here. Although I do love to watch cooking streams while I'm hungry. Sometimes I do that when I'm fasting. For some reason, just to make it harder, I guess. But I also like to watch cooking streams when not just cooking streams, but cooking shows or baking shows when I'm fasting. For some reason, seeing food kind of satisfies me. Not like eating, but I don't know. It just makes it less bad for me than not having any food around. Once Roxy saw The Ring, it was all good with her for me to keep watching your streams. Did I miss something? Like, are you all already engaged, or is Angela still around? Is Angela in the room with us right now? Asking. Angela, can you hear us? Pickles sound good. Okay. With the little goblin face. All right. You're not too happy about the pickles, but we'll still do pickles. That's all I can offer for sour, okay? And salty. Where's my glass? Rust. No. Krusty. Mr. Krusty. No. Well, if you get up here, you gotta expect me to pick you up. Because I don't want you to be up here and shed your fur into my food. Okay, Mr. Supervisor, I'm gonna let you down. Okay. Ow. Cat is very big. I agree, Jungsu. No earring. Nope. Oh, and there's not in the room. Okay. Ja. Ach, Angela. Da machst du was mit. Supervising. Is Angela traveling, Marcus? Is she already out of the house, or is she still... who approached first, you or him? Him, Deepak. But yeah, it was a very mutual thing, I think, in the beginning, and still is. What's black around my face? I feel like I got something black on my face. Oh well. But yeah, the pickles. I need the pickles. I almost forgot. Where are the pickles? Pickles, show yourself. There they are. The husband has been snacking on the pickles. You can tell. Your ring, you having a ring, no competition risk for her. Well, there's no Roxy, don't worry about it. There's nothing to worry about from on my end. So it's all good in the hood. Don't you worry, I'm a happily married woman. And yeah, it's one part. This is way too much, too big of a container. But yeah, Marco, so Angela is out of the house, traveling, going places as usual. I feel like she's always gone. She's always on the move. She sounds like a busy lady. This is something that I also want to learn cooking. Oh, Deepak, there's Marco's wife. Not his girlfriend, his wife. And yeah, cooking is a good, important skill actually. Good for the ladies, if you wanna, if you're in a relationship. It's always nice to be able to cook for your family or for your friends or girlfriend or boyfriend. Or simply for yourself. It doesn't always have to be for someone, right? I'm trying to find a smaller container. I feel like this is very obnoxious. Like, this is way too big for this container. That kind of annoys me. But, oh well, at the same time, I already made it dirty, so why not? Just use it. So, she's doing meetup stuff. Oh, she's meeting, like other people, like male people, yeah, like male gender people, since she's into males. So is that what we are talking about? I heard that Russian dads drink a whole bottle of pickle juice and eat the entire pickles in it. My partner does that. Look, he eats. Let me show you. All empty. He ate the whole glass of pickles in 2 days, and he drank the whole pickle juice with it. I told him that I don't think that's a good idea, but yeah, if anyone has a partner, like a husband, they ever try to tell him something and said it's not a good idea, they probably still do it. Well, he's still alive, he's still among us, so I guess it worked out for him. But yeah, he loves pickle juice. So it's not just Russians, I guess. Look, there's also a few Americans that like to do that. But yeah, I can relate to that emoji that you added there. A pickle gobbler. Yeah. Look, I feel like you're like an American here. You have all the American slang. Where did you learn it? Are you like American, half American? Do you have American friends? Do you watch a lot of American TV? Have you lived in America? I feel like, yeah, you sound like a full-on American to me. And I'm not saying that you only can sound like an American if you're actually an American. Like, I'm not an American myself. I'm German. I'm not a citizen. But yeah, just talking to you just makes me feel like I'm talking to someone that lives here in America. If I moved to Utah, I could marry both. Yeah, I guess there's some different regulations in different states. Would Angela want that though, you know, to be the second or the first wife, and then there's another wife, and that's something we'd have to ask her if she would want that. But I could not see myself agreeing to anything like that. But I mean, people are different. Meet up game groups, gardening groups. Oh, okay. I thought like we're meeting people now, you know. And I mean, you guys do whatever you guys want to do. Yeah, it's a free country, right? And I was just wondering if we're talking about like meetup, like, you know, like you said, gardening stuff, or like meeting up, like using like dating apps and stuff, that kind of stuff. So, and it's not my business, so I don't know if I even ask, but I'm just nosy. A lot of salt in it, for sure. You gotta be really careful drinking so much pickle juice or eating so many pickles. A lot of sodium, so be careful if you have high blood pressure or anything like that, or heart issues. So be careful. So be my coach for cooking class. Yeah, of course. I love to do that. I love cooking for people, or I mean, I like cooking here on stream too, or I make videos. So Deepak, I made a few vlogs before where I do cooking and stuff for like a week and just work with whatever I have in the fridge. So if you want to check that out, I definitely have a few videos of those, but I want to make more of that kind. You said you are German, but you look like American. Do I? I mean, Americans are... Now I'm getting into dangerous waters. But I mean, many Americans, North Americans are of German descent or British or any European descent. So I guess it makes sense that we all look alike. But yeah, I'm certainly not American, Jungsu. I just live here, and I'm a resident, and I really like the country and the people, but I would never claim that I'm American, since I'm not. Oh shit. No. Should I pack you up for the picnic too? Some rusty chops, some rusty belly, some yummy pork belly, rusty belly. You got a good belly. Can you see his food bar? Chop, 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 chop. You got a nice chop. Yeah. You're so chubby. Chunky and chubby. What? I'm full Indian, but I do a lot of projects and development stuff with foreigners, especially from America and Scotland. Oh, nice. That's cool. Sounds like you have a very cool job, Locke, and just interacting with different cultures and all that. That is very neat. Hi, Julian. J'aime bientôt. 6 people come out to our home tonight, so I can check them out. 6 people? Like from the gardening club, or What kind of club? Left the present by the door, hurry before it melts. Yay! Where? Wow. Bye. You guys are so excited. Funny. I was so excited. My friend told me he left something at the door. Before it melts, I should pick it up. I was like, ooh, ice cream. So I got super excited. Well, guess what? There's nothing in front of the door. My heart just. Daumen gedrückt, Marco. Auf jeden Fall. Surgery. Wir drücken dir die Daumen, Marco. Alles wird gut, okay? Wie du immer sagst, alles wird gut. It will be all good, Marco. Exactly. I agree. Too close to many from ja, definitiv etwas, das man beachten muss, Marco. Dein Herz geht immer vor. Und damit meine ich nicht deine Frau, sondern dein eigenes Herz. Cat need diet. Very true. My cat does not like to hear that, but you got a good point, Jungsu. We already give him like a weight control food. That's probably what I would need too, but yeah, I don't know. Sometimes he just eats my little cat's food too, because I can't always watch them the entire time they're eating. So sometimes I'm just still walking around the house and then he gets like a few extra bites, but I guess I really have to sit down with them until they're done eating and watch them the entire time to make sure he's really just eating his own food. But I must be thin, I look better. Yeah. Don't ever say that to a woman if you're if you don't, yeah. But yeah, I agree to a certain degree that I want to feel healthier, not look better. I couldn't care less about that, but I definitely want to feel a little bit fitter again and healthier by just dropping a few pounds again after my long Germany trip. That definitely didn't help. Let the cat eat food, don't stop him from eating. He's just, I just don't want him to, you know, yeah, it's just not, he's a big cat in general, so he'll always be heavy. He's just a big build, so to say, but he still needs to drop like 2 or 3 pounds at least, you know. Yeah, too bad you can't see our team. Yeah, I want to see them, Marco. And how did you make them? Like temporary tattoos. Did you order them, like those that you just wetten and then press on your skin, or did you have them painted on you, or how does it work? I like to, it's like one of my hobbies, I like to draw tattoos, like American style tattoos or Japanese style tattoos. Let me see if I can find some. And I used to, since I don't like wearing tattoos, I don't like it on me personally, and I hate needles, so I can't imagine having tattoos on my own. But I do like drawing them on my skin and then just washing it off. But I wouldn't want to have any long-term ones. Let me see if I can find that. If I have any here. Hi, enough. When you do a cook stream with some rice meat, Angela can watch it and cook that for me. Oh yeah, I will. I can actually do that. Yeah, I can make, I have a very yummy stew that I like to make with butternut squash, so it's very fall season adequate, I guess. With brown rice, squash, and I hope you will be able to tolerate that, and you can throw in any meat that you want, like sausage or turkey or chicken, anything that you want. I'm probably just gonna leave it out or make a batch for the husband, and then just eat the one without meat for myself. She can cook by watching YouTube tutorials. Right. No, actually, I mean, I admit I couldn't cook until I was 18, I would say. I started cooking when I was 18 approximately, when I moved out, and I grew up with my dad. He's a chef, so he worked at a very learned at a very good restaurant. So he was a really great chef. He's not working anymore, but yeah, you would think that you learn a lot from growing up with a chef. But since my dad always cooked for us and he always provided the food and he always had food in the fridge, I never had to do it. So yeah, that's why I never really learned it until I moved out from home, and then I was craving home cooked food and like has yummy food. So I was like motivated to learn how to cook by myself. So I asked my dad a lot about his recipes and to show me, and remembering him cooking, so I just tried it out and it worked out. And then I worked as a recipe creator after that for many years and food photographer, and I really fell in love with cooking and making food. Did you know? I know about that, Jungsu. It's terrible. Yeah, it was some things happening here recently. Yeah. I heard that girls spend a lot of time on makeup. What's about it? No, I don't wear makeup, Deepak. I don't chew a lot of money and time, but I don't like makeup. It's makes me feel weird, like it clogs up the pores, I feel like, or it's not good for your skin. And honestly, I'm just too lazy to do it, and I don't know how. Like, I'm not good with makeup at all, so I don't know. The times I wear makeup, probably like 5 times a year or so for like a special occasion, if that. And even then, I don't do it right. I do like a little, I don't know, like concealer and some mascara, and that's it. I'm just not good with makeup at all, so it is not my thing. Pictures from Amazon. Oh, okay. Last up to a week. That's neat. What kind of symbol or motive is that? You look nice. You don't have to be worried. Yeah, thank you, Deepa. I'm not worried about it. Don't worry. I have Roxy. She has Marco tattoo. Oh. Wow. Playing. Yeah, a little bit playing with fire for sure. Yeah. That's why I'm saying, Angela, if you're in the room, look after your husband. Yeah, I mean, Jungsu, technically it can happen anywhere, right? In Germany, there's some bad stuff happening too. In many European countries, it can be a little bit unsafe sometimes, you know, so it really could happen anywhere. And I have experience about making. I have enough experience about making beautiful. Oh, you draw portraits? That's nice. That is cool. Very neat. Drawing is just so meditative. It's like my with photography. Drawing and photography was always one of my first passions as a kid, and nature, like anything nature related. But yeah, I always loved doing it. It always calmed me down, and I just could sit there on the table forever for you know, hours and hours and just draw something and just completely lose track of time. And I love that about, you know, creating stuff. Thank you, NAF. Appreciate it. Mark up my quick chicken for this season. Chicken better fried, make a curry. Oh, the curry blocks, like the Japanese ones. they're good, yeah. Making tasty food is an art. Yeah, it is definitely. I would consider it as a part of art too. I always see it as like kind of like potion making. You know how when you make potions, you just brew stuff together and make people feel a certain way about it, or it's just kind of like not like magic. That would be way too over the top. But yeah, I would say it's an art too. Thank you, and I appreciate it. Correct my last short script. Yeah, I mean, they're probably very sensitive about that topic right now. And there's just so much stuff with that happening. With like Poland and everything getting involved involuntarily, and yeah, it's just too complicated. And I don't want to stress about it because, if you read the news all the time, it just stresses you. When I chat using phone, my grammar sucks, but in PC I'm the Shakespeare. Really? For me, it's the other way around. I'm way faster. Like in computer, I'm not the slowest typer, so on the computer I'm usually like super slow. Or not slow, but I try to keep it short. But on the phone, I'm just like it's more or easier for me that way. So it's the opposite for me. Every country has these type of issues. Exactly, Deepak. There's dangers in any kind of country. Different kinds, more. I mean, there's probably more risk in certain countries than in others, but things can happen to you anywhere. Or, even if you just get into like a car accident, that could happen anywhere. Like, dangers. Being alive is dangerous. Just being alive itself is a dangerous thing, So, yeah, stuff can happen anywhere. Hi, Andreas. But hop over to Roxy and streams for the chat. Okay, enjoy, Marco. Even though I feel bad for saying that, but thinking about Angela, but enjoy having your platonic, friendly chat. Bye. Enjoy your weekend too. Thank you. And happy Friday. And say hi to Roxy for me, please. Is there? No. In my life, why would I? I would probably not be here if I did, Jungsu. No. Very interesting question to ask, but no, I have not. Happy weekend. Yes, we all wish you happy weekend, Marco. This is a normal a knife that people use in the kitchen, just more like in Asian cooking. A lot of people have even bigger knives than that. It's just easier to chop stuff like in a faster way like that. And she made a sketch of my Spanish friend. She's so happy. That's cute. I love making sketches of people, but I haven't done it in forever, and it definitely requires practice because it's really not easy. But yeah, that is very neat that you can do that, Deepak. I always thought it was I like doing more like caricatures. Is that a word? Like where you like do it a little bit more abstract and less strokes instead of super detailed. But we might in a chat. Oh, thank you, Rap, for being in the background, deleting stuff. I didn't read it. So whenever I get to the bad message, I am like someone already took care of it or takes care of it. So thank you, Rap. I'm waiting in Greece. I would love to go to Greece at one point, but I'm probably not traveling for a while. Greece sounds fun. Must be very beautiful from all that I've seen. But yeah, we got our picnic ready. We got our wraps. We got our apples, grapes, a little bread for the cheese, pickles, Nothing fancy or crazy, but you know, it's food. I'm thinking if there's anything else I can make, but I think it should be good. Yeah, I think we're good. If I was thinking about going camping this weekend again, but it's gonna be so hot again, so probably not gonna happen. If anyone, being a woman is hard. Thank you, Deepak. That is probably one of the nicest things I've heard in a while, or the coolest things I heard in a while, like most very self-reflecting. Not saying that you're self-reflecting, but I'm acknowledging that. Thank you, Deepak. It is certainly very hard. Like you try to just have like a, you know, like a normal conversation, like a friendly chat. But you always have to, not always, but oftentimes you have to deal with like comments like that, where people either ask you inappropriate things or I don't know. Yeah, it's just, that's part of being a woman, I guess, in the world. You just get comments and things like that, and yeah. But thank you for acknowledging that, Deepak. Appreciate it. Not saying men have it easy. There's probably some struggles men have to go through. You know, dealing with stereotypes and thinking that they can't be emotional, shouldn't be emotional, that they have to hold in everything that's bothering them, or having a hard time to talk about feelings and stuff, because a lot of men grow up like that, right? Thinking that they need to be strong and they can never have any feelings. So, you know, both genders have it hard in many ways. But yeah, that's just part of being a human, I guess. We're all struggling with something. But yes, I appreciate that you acknowledge that. But it's not bothering me as much anymore as it did in the beginning, like getting weird comments. Sometimes I just don't even see them anymore. You just like overlook, you know, just like don't read them or don't take it seriously. But kind of, yeah, it's still not ideal to say the least. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna clean up the kitchen now. What's everyone up to today? Are you guys doing anything today? This weekend, do you have any plans? I know yours, Log. I know you're planning on resting and sleeping and eating some yummy food. So that sounds pretty neat, not gonna lie. I don't hold back my emotions. I just cry out loud, but just I do it outside in a rainy day so people can't catch me in emotional state. I can, yeah, that's, I mean, yeah, see, that guys even have to think about that. That is also sad, that, yeah. But I'm happy for you, Lord, that you can cry out loud. You found a good way to do that. Just watching movies? Nice. That sounds like a good plan. I haven't really watched, like sat down at home and really like chill and watch a movie with some chips or something in a while. So I feel like I might do that too. Thank you for the inspiration, Rap. I think watching a movie sounds actually really good. But yeah, if anyone wants to cook something with me tomorrow, I'll be here cooking. I don't know, anytime tomorrow. Probably during lunchtime again. So if y'all have any recommendations or anything that you want to cook or learn, or German food, American, whatever, I can try. Just switch with that. I'm gonna sleep like a cat and eat like a cow. I like that. Well, enjoy, Log. You certainly deserve it, doing all the work you're doing and traveling around and being a hard worker. Even though it's important to mention that people don't deserve rest. Rest is something that should be natural. Like, we shouldn't feel like we deserve rest or we need to deserve rest, because rest is so important that everyone should just do it instead of feeling like they need to deserve it first, because you don't have to deserve rest. It is a given thing that's like important, you know. So life is not just all about working. Okay, bye for now. Good night. Stay blessed. You too, everyone. Be blessed. Take care. Have a happy Friday or a good weekend if I don't see you this weekend. And yeah, enjoy all the good food and the rest and the movies and everything you're doing. And I'm gonna enjoy cleaning up the kitchen now. Yay. And then in like an hour or so I'll go for my picnic. It was good talking to y'all and good seeing y'all or hearing from you. Bye. Happy weekend.